Well, hello. Let's talk. It's Sunday, the June 14th. Okay, and there's the bike is starting to look like a motorcycle. How about them apples? Um, I'll make the gas lines tomorrow. I need to buy a couple of fittings and see if I can't get a good start, a new start in the next day or two. I would think that gas to the carbonizers is about, oh wait a minute, I've got the primary still open. So I need to put the primary case on, and mount the instruments. So, but other than that, no, seriously, it is looking good. Got the dashboard area all cleaned up and ready to accept instruments. And it's starting to look like a motorcycle. I mean, seriously. Huh. Ain't that pretty? Okay, so anyway, like I say, it's Sunday. I've been out here probably, I don't know, since noon or so. Whenever I left Kevin's, I came down here and played with this. This is what I refer to as a no-charge Sunday, because I did all this stuff because I wanted to. I was bored, and I can't stand being bored. So I accomplished a lot on the bike just to make it look good and start to look like a motorcycle. And that's all at no charge, because it's basically for my mental health. So, c'est la vie. It's looking good. And another day or two of putting bits and pieces together, and perhaps we'll get a first start. That'd be really nice, because I sure hope this thing runs. Possibly could have started it before this, but you always ask, I don't know. Try to start it on the original points? No, I don't think so. Try to start it on the original gas? I don't think so. Try to start it on the original carburetors? Oh, for sure no. You know, I don't believe in forcing a motorcycle to run. There's a gentleman who had this beautiful, huge motorcycle museum. He had a show on TV where he would go around finding old motorcycles in barns and stuff like that. And one day I watched him find about a 1912 Harley Davidson in the back of a barn. And he yanked it out in the sunlight and dusted it off and sprayed carb cleaner starter fluid into the throat of the carburetor and just kicked on that bike, and started it tried to run, and he said, all right, how about that? And the only thing I thought was, gosh, that's just mean. You shouldn't do that to a motorcycle. Take it back. I knew he was going to completely restore it. That's no problem. It's going to come apart, so if he does damage in starting it for the TV show, well, that's okay, I guess. But it's not something I do. I do not force motorcycles to run. If they aren't in a condition to run, I don't try to start them. And if I think they're in a condition to run, I'd give them 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 kicks. And if they don't say, yep, I'm ready to go, I back up and find out why. I've had a lot of folks say, Frank, you should get a roller starter. Not a chance. I've tried those things. They do nothing but rip up back tires. If you're not big enough to lay on that thing and keep that tire attached to that sandpaper roller, or those sandpaper rollers, first of all, you got to strap it down to the lift. Then you got to strap the bike down to the rollers. Then you got to try to thump while the rollers are grinding holes in your tires. They're just a real bear. For a race bike on race day, where you got several people to hold it and come down hard on the rollers on a bike that they know will run, that is a different situation. But if you have a bike that you don't know will run, spinning the motor and tearing up the tires is not a good idea. So no, I don't believe in roller starters at all in any way, shape, manner, or form. Not in my shop. Anyway, so the bike is looking good. I mean, seriously, it is. Put a seat on it, you probably think you could ride it away. So I'm happy. I'm happy with it. And let's see if I can't get it running and out of here in the next couple of days.